business. And I was like, duh. So once I did that, my business like exploded, and it's still going upward even more as we talk. So that's the beauty of like exploded. Yeah, so I'm going live on YouTube there. So it is amazing, what we're capable of doing. Now, LifeWave in the near term, we're going to have a Black Friday, and that's usually an incredible sale, momentum for your business, and also we're going to have an amazing, as we always do, Christmas, sale, and the Christmas sale is like it's spectacular. So we want that momentum to continue uh, into the next year. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Jen, do you have any thoughts on that? We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm trying to pull up your when you said you're on YouTube, I'm trying to pull that up so that I can answer people on both.
Oh, thank you.
Um, yeah, and the whole idea is if we can really go out this year with a bang, then you start the January, you start with another bang because you got your momentum's built. And so, and my whole goal is this getting to to Hawaii, that whole vision. And we want to help everybody sign up as many people as they can so that they can go forward and win that trip or not, but whatever they want.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's again, it's a focus thing because when we
Yeah.
had the mastermind group on Wednesday, I was talking about how to focus on your people and helping your people build, downline volume, and that raises you to the next diamond level. So Roxanne just raised to the next diamond level, uh,
Yeah.
and there's other people in the house. Like once I see them, Art just no, Art did you went to second diamond level two, right? Uh, two-star director.
Is he here?
He did. I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
there he
Yeah.
is.
Yes,
Yeah.
I did. I was trying to find my mute button. Yeah, that happened
Uh-huh.
this week. I'm very excited.
Yeah, yeah. So there's others all the way down. So we got one-star managers like crazy, like popping, and it's and everybody's downline. So this is once you start to get the stars, you start to get more income. So that's one of the things that I was talking about. I was like, how do I get more income? How do I get more income? And it was like you focus more on the business, and it's pure and simple.
Yeah.
The more that you focus on your business and get creative with your business, help other people, uh, give give your information out to other people so that they can build. You're going to
Yeah.
see your income and your business grow, right? And it's like I said, pure and simple. Uh, J. Paul Getty said the your income is in direct proportion to how many people you serve. So just think about how many people you're serving. Now, I remember when I was in the military, I was like, I'm serving a lot of people. I don't know about that pay. So, but you have to be independent because you're never going to get paid what you're really worth until you become completely independent. So that's what, and you can still be doing other things. Like I just did, I'm doing shows, and I just did a show where someone's talking about going down to Antarctica and taking out hybrids. I'm like, wow, I'm so blessed to be in this business. So I get to hear these great stories. So that's another thing for the beauty of LifeWave. It allows you to have freedom to do whatever it is you love. So why wouldn't you want that extra income to pay off bills that you might have? Being completely free and clear. I have no bills. The only bill that I have is uh, this rental that I'm in, but I'm saving up a lot of money to buy a big home. So with cash. So I know Connie and Barry doing the same thing. So if you're building a decent business, you can do the things that you've always dreamed of. I never dreamed that I would have the ability to own a very spacious home or even rent a spacious home, and here I am. So you can all do that, but it has to again be with effort. Now the effort needs to be ideally, focused in a way that's actually going to produce. So if you're just out there spinning your wheels and it doesn't happen, it's kind of like, knocking your head against the wall. It's like, you want to turn that doorknob over there and go through the wall instead of trying to, crack your head through the wall. So a lot of us do that. We just keep trying to pound our way through the wall instead of just like, oh, there's a door there. So we're trying to help you find the door. So the door in the upcoming weeks will be to get out this information on these sales. These sales are massively, massively popular, and will give you incredible volume and maybe 1, 2, I don't know, maybe 3 stars for some of you. So you're not going to get those stars if you don't get active and if you don't help your other people, grow their business as well. That's what this new compensation plan is. You can share with all these people, but unless you find someone that's interested in building a business like you are, you're only going to go so far and you're only going to make so much income. So I think that's a beautiful thing, because when I was in the military and the CIA, you had to develop people, and your skills had to be passed on. That was a requirement to advance in these realms. So, and it's the same thing with LifeWave. So, Connie, do you have anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, I love the topic of momentum. How many of you guys have heard us talk about it before, have read or listened to John Maxwell's 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership? Every single one of those 21 is critical. I recommend, if you haven't, it's really important what Michael just said is, our job is to create leaders. It's to find leaders and then find people who want to grow into leadership. Momentum is law number 16. And the law of the big Mo, momentum is a leader's best friend. Momentum is the great exaggerator. It multiplies. Okay. And the other piece is, and leaders must create and maintain momentum. So that is the working when you're filling your pipeline, when you're out. Maybe you put a patch on. One of our brand partners today, he's been wearing a patch on his hand and he wrote with a Sharpie, "Ask me." And he says, "Do you know how many conversations that starts? Just by a patch on his hand that says, 'Ask me.'" And then he doesn't tell everything. He just points them to the tools, gets the information, starts the dialogue, right? So I thought that was a great idea. So it is that piece of just every day, what are you doing to step it forward, and who are you helping? Who are you going down? If you don't mind, Michael, I'd love Barry one more time to go over the simplicity of 1, 2, 3-star manager and how that creates everything else, and how you are looking through your whole organization to create those, because those turn into your directors, right? Are you okay with that, Michael?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the foundation. You're
Yeah.
doing that, and you're doing it you've done it. Then you show other people how to do it, and you show those people how to do it. And that's why we can all be very successful. So absolutely. Thank you, Barry.
Yeah. Michael, can you pull up real quick? I just wanted to show a brief example, the 9 ways to earn. Do you have that ability?
Yeah. Give me a second to pull it up.
And the reason I'm telling you this, guys, is this all is based on 1 and 2 and 3-star manager. They're the first ranks you can get. There's not really a lot except for volume on the first 2. And that means customer, brand partners, whoever you get, whatever they buy, that qualifies you. So you see it's 750 when he pulls it up for a 1-star manager. And that's all you have to do. Customers, like I said, PC, regular customers, retail, or brand.
Michael, I've got it. Do you need me to share it?
Yeah, if you got to go ahead. I'm
Yeah,
still.
I have it right in my file. Yes.
Go ahead.
Thank you,
Okay.
Jen.
Yeah. Okay, I can move our faces out of it.
And
There you go.
This is where I'm going to. So if you look at 1-star, it's volume. You look at 2-star, it's volume. And 3-star is volume plus 1 leg. You see that?
Oh,
No.
down further.
There,
Keep going. 9 ways to earn. You need to flip the page.
Oh, I do?
there,
There
the
you go,
next
right there.
page.
Stay right there.
Okay.
Rank
Okay, yeah,
qualification.
because it's up across the top.
Yeah.
Now I see
So,
it. Yeah.
so you see
Yep.
it's 750 in volume only for 1-star.
Yeah.
Then you go to a 2-star and it's 1500. Now here's the
Yeah.
thing. You need one person, meaning one brand partner, to reach 1000. And with that, you're a 3-star manager and it unlocks more money. But more importantly, I want to show you something real quick. As a 3-star manager, if you sign one other person and they become, as a brand partner, and they become 3-star manager, if you do the math, add those two together, you are now at 1-star director. So you become a 3-star manager, you create a 3-star manager, and you're a 1-star director.
And you
That's
create-
the,
Oh, yeah, sorry.
what's that?
You create another. So you create a 3, right? You become a 3 and you create a 3. You're right.
You become a 3-star manager. You go down and create a separate 3-star manager. You now have the volume and all the qualifications as a 1-star director. And that's the business. Can you imagine if then they start doing that? So getting to that point and then teaching how to get to the point is the base of this entire compensation plan. Everything grows from that. If they start opening up, you do that 2 more times, you're at 2-star director, and it just keeps multiplying out like that.
Nice.
Excellent. Go to where the percentages start to increase as you go up.
Up here, Michael?
Yeah.
I'm not sure where it's
Oh,
at.
right there. Customer premium.
No.
Premium.
Now keep
Oh.
going.
Go down. I think it's right there.
Level
Look,
earnings
Right there.
bonus.
there it is.
Level
Right there.
earnings. Yeah.
You add one at 1-star director. You also add a higher percentage at your second level as a 3-star manager. It goes up 2 more percent at a 1-star director, and it just keeps going up after that. So every time you rank events, more importantly, this that I'm telling you isn't just limited to people that are 1, 2, and 3-star managers. Connie and I are going back and doing this. This is how we're going to rebuild our business. And that's what I think you all need to really understand. This is a business relaunch, not just in the one program. Your whole business, this is a great business relaunch opportunity. This is where we all start working again, and the company wants to pay us more. Michael, I know you've had a taste of that. And the reason Michael's had such great success with the new plan is how much he works, like he was talking about earlier. He works constantly on this, and he's seeing the fruits of his labor come through.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So yeah, doing all the shows, having other people come in. So one of the ways that I'm seeing going forward to build out, as you see there, the maxed or the qualifying downline volume. As you move higher and higher and higher, you need higher and higher QDV, and so that's my limiting point. So when I get people that get their QDV up, then I advance because everything else is locked in all the way to the top. So it's developing people like Barry was just talking about. Uh, do the basics, and have your people do the basics, and then have their people teach their people and their people and their people. So doing the basics, getting people to the point. Now, what's beautiful about this program is that people are going to start earning money very early on, whereas before it took a little while. All right, so now many people are earning money. So Jen and I were talking about this one guy that's he's a retail customer, and all he has to do is become a brand partner, and he'll start to earn money. Like he's been like not earning money because he stayed retail. So we're trying to reach out to him. There's how many people are out there like that? It's we have in our group we have thousands and thousands and thousands. We're constantly skimming through there to find people to help them advance, and that's another thing you can be doing. Where are you people at? Are there can they move up to core and get more product and then advance up to higher and higher and higher all the way to premium at some point, and they're continually getting more and more product cheaper and cheaper and cheaper, and at that point they're probably sharing with other people because they're having great success probably at that time like I have. Now Connie, I had no clue about building. She was like, we're going to find builders, and I'm like, what's that? So you might have people that don't have any clue, and that's what you're there for. You know how to build a business, and you're going to help other people build a business. Well, this is what you do. We find the people that want to build a business, and it's like, well, that makes sense. And then we found people that wanted to build a business, and we're fighting more, and we're fighting more, and we're finding more, and people are advancing. So that's the way you do it. It's very simple. but it's very rewarding. It's very rewarding because I'm going on a cruise ship with a lot of people in my group that have advanced to the level where they got the cruise ship. And then we have the Hawaii, thing coming. I think that a lot of people are going to qualify for Hawaii, especially in our group, because as you advance up, you're going to, get more points. You get a lot of points for advancing. So I pointed out that we have several people that have advanced just this week. I would love to see that every week more and more people advance. And the way they're going to advance is just like Barry was talking about. You do the basics. You teach people that are downline how to continually, add qualifying downline volume, build out their business, and help people build their businesses. It's very key. If you really want to be in the higher levels, more stars, you have to help other people build business, right? So go ahead.
I have a question because you reminded me and I just pulled it up. I had to go back into your papers there. Michael has a retail customer who popped up as a one-star manager, and we checked, and he's been buying for months, a lot of product. And is it possible, because he's a one-star manager he's paid as? I've never seen that. And he was just a
But he's
retail.
not being paid. He's qualifies for it, but because he's not a brand partner, he does not get paid for.
Okay, because they call it a paid rank, but
Yeah.
okay. That's,
So see how simple that is, guys?
yeah.
It just being a brand partner is going to like save tons of money. And now, because he's going to become a brand partner, he's going to actually get money to buy more or pay for everything. I don't know. So
Yeah.
that's the beauty of this. It's like it's
Yeah.
really, really a no-brainer, but people have to be informed. And so that's your job.
We
That's
gotta
your
bring 'em
job to
in.
inform people how they can be successful, how they can get patches for free if that's all they want, how they can help other people, and if they want to help a lot of people, we're there. If they have
Mhm.
experience in helping a lot of people, we love to get you involved. So that's where you're going to grow, and you're going to grow a lot of people. And that's what we're in the business for, helping people with the patches. That's our passion first, and then helping the people that want to help other people, help them build a business so that they can focus on that full time and help a lot more people and have a great lifestyle doing it. Be very carefree and not have to worry about anything and bills or anything, and it's help people. Gosh, every time I go to one of our conferences, and every time I go to one of our trips, I see the top people. Everybody's very happy, right? Right, Connie? Yeah, we're all happy. So, if I think everybody in this group is happy, I'm not saying that you're going to be happy because you're going to be successful. It's because you're helping other people, and you're helping other people become successful, and you're helping yourself, right? So all these things are intertwined as you help other people. Just show them the patch. Look, I've had this great results, and somebody tries it, and they get a miracle. That's so rewarding, right? And then somebody else in their family or their group or their, sphere of influence becomes involved, and they get super excited and they blow up. And so there's been a lot of people with those kinds of success, but it never ever happens if you don't share, ever, right? So sharing is caring, of course, but you must share. I think that's one of the things that is if you're a real human being and you have real success and something is good, you're going to share it. If you go to a restaurant and it's a great restaurant, you share, right? You go to the movie, it's a great movie, you share. If you try on a pair of clothes and they're like fantastic, you share. You put on a patch, it changes your life, you share. So it's I'm not a salesman. I never have been, but I can share something I believe passionately about, and that's a passion. So you got to get to that point where you're comfortable sharing something that you believe is going to be beneficial for others. And if you get to that point, sharing is super easy, super easy. Any questions?
I was hoping there'd be a lot of questions tonight so that we could go forward. I told Michael, of course there would be. There you go.
Here we have the first one. Sean, go ahead.
Sean.
Yeah, so I'm wondering about when you talk to your preferred customer and preferred customer plus people. And so I've been saying, well, next time you go to order, before your order auto ships, go in there, and if you move up on the levels, you'll see the upgrade kits. My question is like, so the difference between the requirements month to month for the core and the starter are probably different volume amounts, right? I'm
Yes.
just taking that to be, I imagine that would be the case. In other words, if my preferred customer goes to core, let's say they're getting X39 in the Y Eon bundle, okay,
Yeah.
and then they think for some reason they want to downgrade for a couple months to just the X39. Will that take them? Will I lose something there?
No, no. And you'll see that there's a lot of people who will do that. They'll like go big and some life happens and then they pull back. They're still brand partners. They might not be purchasing, but eventually, life corrects itself and then they come back and they start buying again. And maybe even more.
Yes.
So, because they see, well,
Okay.
I was having great success with that. I got to get back to that. So yeah, it's going to hurt. Not, I won't say hurt, but it'll bring your volume down, of course, because they're not buying as much. But that's why you share with more people. And who knows, maybe they've shared with somebody, and because I have people in my business that have shared and they're not really promoting, but they have people within that they promoted to that are promoting a lot. So it does build my business through volume. So it's a volume-based business. So the more volume you have throughout your business, so visualize that, always the volume. It's a volume thing now. It doesn't matter where it comes from. It can come from retail customers. I have like tremendous retail customers. For me, I do Costco and all those other places. I'm like, why would you pay, retail? But some people just do or don't understand, and we can't get to them and convince them or whatever it is. But I'm not knocking that. If they want to stay there and buy it and they're consistent, I'm like, okay, that's great. So and probably Connie, I see you raise your hand.
If I can add in, I had a
Absolutely.
clarifying question. So Sean, the PC that you have, has he expressed that he would like to earn an income and he would like to share?
I have several, not so far.
Okay,
None of them
so
have.
this is right. So this is the thing. It is not in your best interest nor is it in theirs necessarily to move them up until they're ready to share, because you're going to have a little retail pay off that preferred customer, and their clock starts happening the week they sign up for their week they start plus 8 weeks. So if your friend is saying, hey, I'm going to try this for a couple months and then I'll decide if I'm going to share, leave him as a preferred customer. And when you go back to him and say, hey, we can help get your patches paid for, we might be able to help you create some income if you want to go and share, and I'll team up with you and help you. Then that's the time to upgrade him into the core pack, because now that starts, and when you help him go recruit his first customers or brand partners and he goes 1-star manager, he makes that extra $25 each week and you make the half match. He does it again and you help him do a few more, or one of his people, like Barry says, decides to do it. Now he's up to earning an extra 50 on top of the regular commission. So you don't want to put him into a brand partner. It was a beautiful thing they did in this plan. It allows us to get paid well on customers, get full volume for rank advancements, and move people when they're ready to share, so that then they can take full advantage of the compensation plan right out of the gate. Does that make sense?
That makes sense. I think that ties in with them having to find their why,
Yeah.
right? So they've experienced there, because the people so far, so I've got a couple of people that are in chronic pain. I have a Vietnam vet friend, Navy friend, he's been in pain since he was 14, and then it only compounded when he got in the military. But he tried it for like 3 months and then he's taken a break. And every so often I check him. I mean, he's a friend of mine, so I talk to him all the time. But every so often I'll bring it up and but then I let it go and just let it simmer, right? So, but I know that like when somebody has their personal miracle or when they see like a drastic, I imagine that's probably a good time to bring that in as well.
It is. And there's
The
a
option
couple
to
of things.
upgrade. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a couple of options. When you're asking, it's asking questions. Um, the question could be for somebody who's getting really great results. Hey, who do you know that could use this product? Another question could be, hey, who do you know that's struggling right now in this economy? Who do you know that's looking for an additional stream of revenue? You know, we have a product that everybody needs and hardly anybody's heard about. You know, we can team up. I'm on this great team of Michael Jacos. We got a lot of support and tools from the whole team in the upline. You know, I'll walk that with you. So it's asking those questions of people to find out what is it they want. We're not in the convincing business. We're not trying to talk them into it. We're trying to see what is it that they're looking for or who do they know? Because it may not be them. Even if you're talking to a friend, you know, and they're like, I don't know, I don't think that's a fit for me. Say no problem. No problem. Do you know anyone? Because I would love to help anybody that's looking for either of these things, right? So those are the
Yeah.
kind of
Excellent.
conversations that create that shift.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
good.
I'll start bringing that in. Thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah, very good, Sean. And sharing with you know, military veterans, it's tough because military veterans we're kind of, you know, get the blinders on. We're taught a certain way, and we don't get out of a box. I've noticed that you know, with sharing, some people are like, you know, have results, and then they're like, oh, I got my results, I'm off, I'm moving on. It's like, yeah. So it's like you know, you're like, okay, check back in occasionally. You know, how's it going now? And but it's tough because it's a programming thing. So that's another thing that all of us are working through. There's a massive programming out there to keep people in the medical institution that doesn't accept often alternatives, right? Even if the alternatives are unbelievably successful, like LifeWave is. So it's you're having to work through a consciousness that is almost like a brick wall sometimes. So you just keep throwing stuff at it until eventually it collapses and you get through. I don't know. I don't know. That's a great explanation, but that's what I found. But I keep at it. That's why I have incredible volume. And I know there's people out there that see it over and over and over again, and then something clicks, and then they try, and hopefully they keep trying and don't give up even after several months. So I don't know how old he is, but you know we have the adage that you should try it for every 10 years of life, at least 1 month. So, Kristen,
Hi.
hi.
Um, I have a couple of questions. One of them is around the sales coming up, Black Friday and you said Christmas. Is it possible to know when those are going to be so we can actually get ready for them? When you announce it the same day that it starts, I'm not ready, which is
Yeah, it won't be
frustrating.
the same day. They'll give us a heads up, but that you know they don't want to like leak it.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because it's like that. They're getting smarter about this because they leak it too early, and then people start selling it too early, and people start buying, and then there's confusion. So it's always great. Just know that we're patiently waiting. They don't even tell the top people because sometimes we get little whispers. We're not even getting whispers this time, so they're close hold on it. But it'll be fantastic. It's always fantastic, and there's going to be plenty of time. They always give plenty of time to get it out there. It won't be like a day or two. It's going to be several days, and it's always
Okay.
that way. Yep.
Okay. And one other comment. Um, and I sent Connie a message already, but I just wanted to share it with you all. Connie introduced us to Elizabeth Larson when she was doing the demonstration of how the Now app works. She is an absolutely wonderful coach and has a wonderful class on how to do videos. So if you want to do videos, I have a free thing I can send to anybody that wants to learn how to do videos. And it's pertinent now because it's a timed thing. So if you just want to let me know, I'll be glad to send it to you. I have been involved since Tuesday, and it has changed my life. I swear, 180 degrees since Tuesday.
I love it.
So I
Fantastic.
am excited.
Yeah, if you want to throw it in the chat, or if you just want people to
Um,
contact you, whichever.
Yeah, I think you need to contact me because I don't right now know what I have to do.
Okay. Suzanne.
You can just put your name in the chat and I'll get the information from the chat. and contact
Kristen, are
you.
you looking for her weekly trainings, the
No,
Zoom link and all that for her?
No, I've got it.
No, no, no. Would you like that put in the chat? I can go get it and put it in the chat if that's helpful.
Yeah, that would be helpful for everybody because those are very helpful. But
Okay.
what I'm talking about is the extra that she gave me when I started asking all of my Chris questions,
Oh, yeah. Good, good, good. Thank you.
So, yeah, the fire hose is a good fire hose for a change.
Awesome. Thank you. Suzanne.
Hello, everyone. So I've been missing the calls recently because I have a little holiday job, just sales assistant at retail, Crate and Barrel, very nice store. And retail's rough on the salespeople. So I've been patching some of the people there. And I just need some advice around this because this is my challenge. I've
When you say rough, do you mean like they're beating you or what?
kind of, yeah. It's like
Get out.
really rough. Carry this box. It's literally crate and barrel. So
Straighten it around. Yeah. Wow.
yeah. But it's great, and I have a great team that I work with, and they're all like, one's walking around with like she was in a car accident, and she's still in a boot. She can't walk, and her wrist was broken. And I patched her. I gave her some Eon for the swelling. I gave her Ice Wave, and I gave her X39. So she tried them. And the first night with Eon, so I, checked in with her, and she's like, "Oh," she goes, "I don't know what happened." And she said, "I put Eon on the first night, and I woke up in the morning," and she said it was like I was hit by a car, like just like from foot to head. And I was just like, "Oh, okay." She was like really concerned. It was a lot of pain. So I said, "Well, what instigated the injury?" And she said it was a car accident. So through my healing work, I understand that that's her body like releasing all of that tension. So I gave her another patch. She was willing to try another one. She's a very lovely woman. And I saw her today, and she was just like, she gave me a thumbs up. So that's one person there. And then the other one is my manager, who nearly had a heart attack. She was blaming on indigestion, but she had so much pain in her chest she couldn't even talk. So I did X39, X49, and carnosine. And within 10 minutes, she was great. And she said that she suffers from this a lot. So I saw her a day or two later, and I asked, "So what do you think?" And she goes, "I hate to admit it. I didn't want it to work, but it did." And she told me that 3 times, and she's still not willing to like dive in.
Yeah, that's the same thing I was just talking about.
Right.
Programming. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
tough to get through that.
Yeah.
But you stay consistent, and eventually, hopefully, in their case, that you'll get through.
Right. So just keep consistent. I listened to all of that, took notes, heard everything, but everything. So just keep trying. That's
the Eon glutathione together
Oh.
work really good.
glutathione. I didn't think of that. Okay. All right. Good.
We've
Very
had a
good.
lot of people have really good success with that, Connie.
Well, I just want to say, Susan, one of the things you could do is think about pre-qualifying before you're passing out the patches. Like, it's
Okay.
fine to go ahead and do that, but one of the things that to pre-qualify them could be asking, which I think you're good at because of being a practitioner, of, so what happened? Oh, I was in a car accident. Oh my gosh, so you're still in pain. What's going on? And then she tells you, well, what have you tried? And then the question becomes, are you open to alternatives? right? And then if they say yes, now you're like, so if we found something that works, you'd be willing to commit to using it. Like, why don't you
like that.
go that step so that
Yeah.
now when they come back and it works, you said, well, you said you would commit to using something.
I like
And
it.
by the way, if they bring up the objection of money, it's very easy to say, look, if this works for you, let's help some other people and let's just get your patch money. You don't have to go for the big shoot of a business or a dream.
Right.
Like, you don't always have to be, oh, you can start a business. A lot of people don't want a business. They
Right.
automatically accidentally get one, right?
Right.
And so,
Right.
gosh, let's just, as Michael said before, let's just get your patches paid for. Then it's net zero for you,
I
right?
love it. Yeah.
So those
Yeah.
would be a couple ideas to add into
Ec-
the conversation.
I love it. The pre-qualifying. Yes, I got it. And then would you be willing to commit? Excellent. Very good. Thank you. Thank you.
That's why Connie builds big businesses. She's a big business coach. Good job,
That's
Connie.
it.
Thank you. Yep.
Love it. Great.
Gets you right to the point. Brian.
Hey, sorry, I'm driving right now, so that's why I don't have my video on. But I just I hopped on the video kind of late because I just saw the link. But I'm working in corporate America. Drives me nuts. Been trying to break out of the break the chains for a long time, and saw this and I was like, oh, perfect. The timing just kind of hit. And so I don't want to kind of monopolize this here because it sounds like there's a lot of veterans already, but I wanted to ask if there's a place that you would suggest me going to take a look that maybe has all the information that once I stop driving, I could take a look at and kind of garner what I would need to know to get going with this.
Yeah, Jen, you wanna work with them?
Brian, I can give you, I'll put my cell phone in there and just grab it if you can, and call me and we'll talk. Okay? I'll connect you.
Okay,
And I'll
awesome.
put you immediately onto Michael's site, the one that's the pre-populated site that was made for all of us to use, where you'll see comparisons. Why would you want to do it? Well, this might convince you. It's called liveyounger.com, Michael Jaco, but I'll get you looking at that to just get your some information to you. But I have a question for Connie that comes right after this, so you may want to hear that.
Can I have one more question? Is this
Yeah.
something that
Go
would
ahead.
be like,
And
would it
Connie,
be able
yeah.
to fully replace the corporate job, like 175-ish K a year?
Well, we can't make income claims, first and foremost.
Yeah.
Nobody can make income claims. It is a paid for performance business, Brian. It is
Mhm.
based on the effort you put in, the time and the experience you come with, and you're willing to learn. But there is no ceiling in relationship marketing. But it is absolutely takes time. It takes persistence. It stays staying consistent. Barry and I have been in the business for over 5 years. Michael Jaco and Jennifer have been in the business for over 3 years, and we have done consistent daily activity to get there. So my question, Brian, is have you already enrolled on the patches, or are you still seeking to get enrolled? I'm not sure you clarified that.
No, so I have not tried the patches. I've heard
Okay.
of the patches. I've seen them on somebody else's podcast before, but this was, I saw it as kind of like a business opportunity.
Absolutely.
And I've gone through the mold experience, so I'm well aware that alternatives can be necessary and often work better. So that's
Yeah.
kind of where I'm at right now. So
Yeah.
I
And
know
so
that this stuff works.
Yeah, Jen will lead you towards that. And then the team, Michael, ourselves, our upline, Live Younger team, we have a whole system. We have training, we have a system, we have support in place. We have, Michael has different Zooms, the team has different Zooms that you can key into and learn the system. So Jen will direct you in all of that.
Awesome. Thank
And
you.
we have real live people that you can talk to that really care about you here. We have an
No
awesome
AI.
team.
There you go,
Yeah.
Tracy Joe.
Yes, Angel
Yeah,
Intelligence.
well, we do have AI. It's called Angel Intelligence. So
We do it different.
Brian, I'll put my number in right now for anybody that wants to call me, but please make sure you get it. Okay?
Awesome.
And
Thank you.
yeah, great, Brian. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate that. Yeah, we can steer you to great heights. All right.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So it's a matter of sharing, guys. Brian's asking about
There you go.
incomes and so forth. you can, sky's the limit, really. You can go very, very high in LifeWave. We can't say absolutely you will. It's like I said, it's a matter of getting this in front of people. And so one of those ways that we get it in front of at least my team is we do shows together. So I did show with Lynn. Lynn's numbers blew up. I did a show with Brad. Brad's numbers like went through the roof. But Brad has been involved for many years with doing LifeWave as well, and has his own show. Do you have to have your own show? No, but social media is a gateway to massive numbers of people, and like we were talking about earlier with the LifeWave Now product, you can start very easily, like right away on social media, and everything's like very simple, very very easy to start. It took me many years to get this down. Now over time, I've gotten it down to the point where I'm doing like massive numbers of shows every day mentioning LifeWave, and the numbers that are coming in are spectacular. And I farm them out to other people. So my group benefits from, the massive numbers of people coming in. We just sent one to Dr. Annabelle. He's a doctor. So, and he's a little bit different doctor, but he's involved and wants to get more involved. And so Dr. Annabelle is a doctor. So Roxanne, has taken a lot of people and helped them. A lot of people, love the people, Lynn, all of you, building great businesses. And how far do you want to go? How much do you want to get involved? How much do you want to share? That's simple. It's a key. All right, Tina.
Hi, Michael. I have I hope this fits in this business thing, but I have a neighbor that has had some knee stuff going on, and I was telling him about the patches. I wanted to patch him up, but he talked to his wife, and she is so afraid of this affecting heart issues, stuff that medicines that he's on. And I told them that the patches are non-transdermal, they're 100% safe, but she's so scared. Is there a spot? Is there someplace that I can go to get some information that addresses that situation so that I could possibly get the husband patched up?
So what are your thoughts, Connie? Do you live younger?
So, well, yeah, I mean, starting with the liveyounger.com site, so they can take a little bit of a look at it. They can go into the science. They can hear some of the doctor's testimonies. The other place is Michael's Miracle Monday or Doc Talk. Our team has Doc Talks each week. You can find in our healthiswealth.biz site. And although we do not talk about medical issues at all, they're not your doctor. It's not a medical consultation. You have doctors validating the technology, talking about how nothing enters the body and explaining what the technology does. In that liveyounger.com site, which you can get replicated for yourself if you want, but in that site, when you go under the science tab, it has the studies. It has a white paper, 55-page white paper that says that David wrote that is called The Story of X39, that explains how the patch was created, what his research was, what it does. So you're walking them down the path of getting enough information. But again, start back with what I was talking with Susan about. And part of what I was talking with Susan about is pre-qualifying. Are they even open to alternatives? Because if they're not open to alternatives, you're just trying to help people who aren't really looking to be helped. And so as you're out talking to people, that pre-qualification or asking more questions like I talked with her, so that you are now talking to people who are open and willing to look at something. But as far as how to guide them, Michael's site, the liveyounger.com site, the Doc Talks, Michael's Miracle Monday, these are all places you can invite them to learn more and walk them down the path to see if they're open to it. But your job isn't to convince. Your
Right.
job is to guide them.
Yes, and I do have all those. I've looked at them myself, and I talked to him, and he wants to use them, but when he goes home and he says, I'm going to, try
Well,
these patches.
she's your
It's
challenge then. So,
right, right. It's
and
the fear. Right.
yep. And if she's not open to getting on and looking and has that fear, it's really not much you can do about it. You need to kind of just go, if anything ever changes, please let me know. You're going to hear about this someplace else, and I'd love to be the one that helps you. But then you need to move on, Tina, and get a list. Like I said, in our healthiswealth.biz, there's ways of, if there's any of you on here who haven't looked at how to create a list, how to qualify that list, ideas of that, and started working that list on a daily basis, that is what will get you to enough people that the ones who are looking at this will get excited and raise their hands. You got to go back to that list. If you're just kind of talking to one person here and sharing with another one over there 3 months later, you're not going to get into the momentum that Michael was talking about in the beginning. You got to keep that daily compounded action going each time, just to keep it up. And again, if he wants to, great, but if he's got a wife who's running the show, he's not getting the patches. You've got to talk to her about her fears and say, if I helped you get more information, would you be open? And if she tells you no, drop
Yeah,
it.
move on. Yeah,
Drop
right.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. She's a neighbor and she's like, Tina, you understand? And I said, of course I do. I said, I'm just here. I said, you have to be willing to try it. So we have that dialogue, but I just didn't know if there was something specific that would, and I know
Well,
there's so many tools out there to just
yeah.
say, this is non-transdermal, so it's not going to affect anything.
The white
So I'll
paper
just
will,
work it.
if she wants to read the story of
Perfect.
X39 under our science section of Live Younger, that'd be a great place. Or against Doc Talk. The beauty of Doc Talk is that's why we started it, was so they don't talk about medical conditions. They
Right.
validate. They validate the product and the things that you can do that will help enhance the outcome. They set expectations, trying to explain to people, it took you years to get how you are. Give it months for you to get some experience. That's the power of those shows.
Okay. Thank you.
Great, Tina. Thanks. Jen?
Well, I was going to read, I raised my hand earlier. Landra Webb Lewis wrote, and I thought, Connie, this would be an excellent one for you to bring her in and answer. Thank you. I've been using the patches for 2 years and signed up a few folks, but I just need clarification on how to make a commission. Can I find the ways of the commission earning process on my site? This has been one of the reasons I have not advanced, because I don't know how. And we have talked about this a lot. Obviously, we've had trainings, but Connie, tonight, how would you answer that?
Well, first and foremost, in her back office is a tab that says education. Go into the education tab and you will see very short videos, 2 minutes, 6-minute videos that explain how you earn. Stay in the new brand partner to manager section. You don't need to know the rest of the plan. You'll
Right.
know it as you grow your business. Just stay a new brand partner and just look at those videos and it will tell you the ways that you can earn right away. Gregory is also redoing our 3 phases site. And then also in healthiswealth.biz under compensation, we do very short videos trying to keep it simple to how you earn and how you start building your business. So all of those would be the tools to go back to. And the only other thing I'd really like to talk to people about on this team in particular, but trust me, this team is not alone. A lot of people in the company have done this. Is Barry had brought up to me that many people have a big binary side, right? If you're on Michael's team, you have a big binary side, meaning there's more volume on one side than the other. In the previous compensation plan, you could play the binary game, putting all your people down this side and just a few people on the big side so that you can make money. And in this plan, there are some binary balances, and you can't even earn on your binary until you get 3-star manager, which is why Barry is focusing you on get to 3-star manager. Just focus there. It opens up the binary pay. And I want to make sure that all of you know, I know Roxanne and Jennifer have done a great job with this, but I want to make sure that you're focusing back in on that you know how to change sides. Okay. So when you're looking at your downline, there's a report. If you go into organization and go into enroller team report, it's going to show you all the people you've enrolled. Now, if they're customers, they don't go in the binary. They're in their own little bucket. But if they're brand partners, you're going to see some are on the left side and some are on the right side. And you want to look at the numbers, like how much volume is on the left, how much is on the right. And the goal is to try to keep those balanced. So what that means is don't look at the great big number of what you share with Michael. I'm going to tell you right now that's pretty irrelevant. And even if all that volume flushed, Michael is such a prolific enroller, it all come back again in a week anyways. So, so just focus on your enroller team. Okay. Well, who do you have on your left and what do those numbers add up to? Who do you have on your right and what do they add up to? And if you have a lot of people on your left and hardly anybody on your right, you want to go in and change your binary side for your next enrollment to be on the right. And you get taught that in the Manager Maker video. We are in healthiswealth.biz. The number 2 video of the 3 first videos you watch, that number 2 video of Manager Maker, first thing it shows you how to do in the first 2 minutes, how to drop down under your name, go to change settings, and then scroll down the page. And if you need to build on the left, click left. If you need to build on the right, click right and ignore strong leg outside. And that's all you do is just alternate between those to build out your organization. So that I think is something that is different in Comp Plan 2.0 that was from Comp Plan 1.0 when it was very heavily a binary only system. And this one has so many different ways to get paid. And any questions on that, please ask. Oh, yep. So right there, Manager Maker, get number 2. That tells you your business. For those of you like, how do I make money? How do I start a business? I mean, my goodness, watch the video on the first page, go to page, then watch 1 on using your teams and tool. And 2 is the business. This cycle of business he talks about in here. This binary 20 by 20 he talks about. If you don't get caught up in the silvers and all that, just because we're going to change it, just know left, right, left, right, left, right. And he shows you how to do it. And then you come over into a very short video here where we explain how to use and how to do income producing activities. No, she has it, right? Okay. I think so. Yeah. And then you got the compensation plan. And so now they're pulling up. There's you. You want your points plus each person under you, whatever it is. Maybe it's a bunch of people, just, you know, how Barry kept saying, it doesn't matter how you get there. You can get to that 750 points by you and you coming in as core or as advanced and you getting somebody else, 2 people in like that. Or maybe you've got 10 people ordering X39. It's the same thing. It's the same number of points. So that's a good place to go.
Yeah, that's a wealth of information. Thanks so much for putting that together, Connie. You guys did an amazing job. So there's lots of information out there for you guys to grow your business, get educated, right? If you want to go further, faster, then there's also those of us that will help you. Gwen.
Hey, can you guys hear me? I'm driving, so I apologize.
Yep.
I've got a question. I'm trying to figure out, well, not trying to figure it out, but I guess my commissions have gone down since we've started the new 2.0. They're not as big as they used to be. Granted, I don't have a lot of folks yet, but I'm growing. But I'm wondering when are things going to turn around? Like the commission seems like they're like half of what they used to be. Like I had one for like $5.39 and et cetera. Can anybody explain that to me, or am I just losing my mind?
Nope, you are not losing your mind, but it's exactly what you said, Gwen. It's how many people do you have ordering? See, a lot of in the old plan, a lot of what you were making money off was putting everybody over on the side opposite of Michael, and then you would, or and Roxanne, and who you share a leg with or a side with in the binary. And so
Uh-huh.
you were cashing in on what everybody else was doing. You need to get to 3-star manager to get that to happen, which means you have to build out some 1 and 2-star managers to get you there. It can't
Okay.
just be that. Now, if you've got people who are brand partners that you put in as brand partners, but they're really customers, they're never, ever, 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 ever going to refer anybody, do anything, build anything, they probably, you'd be better off for them to be preferred customers.
Okay, because I do have a few people who just started with the starter kit and they're a brand partner, but like with let's say X39. Is that a good way to go, or should you literally focus on like the core
It's
advanced,
better
etc.?
it's better if you can focus on the packs because the packs save them money and the packs get you your product introductory bonus. So when you sell a core, you make $35. When you sell an
Right.
advance, you make 100. When you sell the other one, you make 275 advance plus. When you sell a premium kit, you make $105. It's a good way to get money back in your pocket quickly, and it gives
Mhm.
them better pricing. If they're a brand partner, bringing them in and moving them through the packs is the
Mhm.
best thing for you, and it's the best savings for them. Now, if they come in, if they're saying they want to build the business and all they can afford right at that time is a starter kit and a pack of X39, that's fine, but they need to go find some customers because their customers will help them move up. If you've noticed, once you're 1-star manager, you must have 110 personal volume.
Right.
X39 is only 77 points. So in order to move up, you need to order 2 sleeves of patches, like an X39 and a neon, a performance bundle, 2 X39s, whatever you want, or you need to have a few customers because a
Okay.
couple of customers will keep you active. So it's just a little different mindset. Before we were playing with a comp plan that was designed for brand partners only. Now
Uh-huh.
we're playing with a comp plan that's designed for everyone. It's designed for customers, for brand partners, and it's designed for people to build their business how they want. So, for example, I do have a couple of brand partners. All they have ever brought in is customers. In this plan, they can do that and they can still advance to up to 2-star man, but they'll never get binary pay if they don't build out. They could get a whole bunch of customers and get the premium
Gotcha.
bonus and get retail pay, and maybe that's enough money for them. But if they want to advance, they must find somebody else who wants to go and help people as well in order to get to the next parts of the plan. So the beauty of what they were all showing you with this is rank advancing, doing those 1-star manager, 2-star manager, 3-star manager, and repeat will move you through the whole plan. And as you go through the plan, you start to make more money. So it is based on how many people are you talking to and enrolling, and how many people are you helping to talk to people and enroll.
Okay, that is a perfect explanation, Connie. I appreciate that because I'm at 2-star manager right now, and I just need a few more people to pop up to 3. So hallelujah, Jesus. Thank you.
Oh,
I'm
I
getting
love it.
there.
I love
I'm
it.
getting there. Thank you. Thank you. You're so phenomenal on your explanation, Connie.
Well,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thanks, Gwen.
Sometimes I'm not. My husband is much clearer on that. So thank you for understanding, Gwen.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Wow, it's fantastic. So, what I found with the new compensation plan, it seems like it's rewarding all of the efforts that I've done over the last 3 years with bringing in massive numbers of people. So my compensation actually doubled, and it's still going up as more people start to get their stars. So as people get stars, more qualifying volume comes in. I share, and then that goes into incredible amounts of volume. So it is moving higher and faster than at any time in the whole time I've been at LifeWave. So I'm just an example of just sharing, just getting out there and share and share with as large a group, house parties, social media, shows. So I want to do more shows. Ali, speaking of shows, Ali.
Hi, this is Ali. I love how Michael says my name, Ali. So Connie, you
Ali.
were mentioning that core kit is $35, and I helped Ryan do an enrollment and it's only one person he's enrolled. And when I looked in his back office, it showed a $40 commission. So I thought it might have gone up with the new plan. Can you explain why I'm seeing 40 when it was just
Well, because $5 is probably unilevel pay.
okay, thank you, because I had never seen that before.
Yeah, so if you drop down into commissions, let's say, someone's in their back office, if you guys want to know where your money is coming from, then go under commissions
And hit commission.
and hit the commission bar that's right at the top underneath commissions and open it up, and you'll see sections to drop, and it will tell you not only are you making it in unilevel pay, are you making it in retail pay, are you making it in customer premium, are you making it in binary pay, are you in mentor match, and it'll tell you every person how much you're making off of those people. So that's a great place to find out where's the money coming from and what to do next.
Perfect. Thanks.
Excellent. Kathy.
Hey, I have a person under me who was a brand partner and she did want to sell, but now she doesn't want to sell anymore. And she's already lost 3 people and she still has one under her, but she doesn't want to sell. So I'm actually helping this person because I don't want to lose her.
Very good.
And I didn't want to lose the other 2, but they were already gone before, she decided she didn't want to do this anymore. So will she move up, or I'm just going to help her and she'll stay under her?
So if you don't mind, I'll answer that.
Okay.
So if she is the person who doesn't want to sell still buying?
Yes.
Okay. So if she's still buying, she will make a little bit of money, not much, because all she's got is that one person buying one thing. She's only going to get 3%, right? So it's not much money, but she will get a check for that 3% as long as she is active in buying, and she is your level 1. You get paid on her as level 1 according to your rank. Her person is level 2. But you did this, and so that's who you're working with, right? The level 2 person. That is brilliant. That is exactly what you want to do. That is, you want to help that person because all you're looking for is volume. You don't care where it's come from. I don't care if it's Barbara Lippincott is our personally sponsored. Jen comes next, Michael comes next, many of you come next, and so on and so on and so on.
Right.
But there are people down 9 levels that we work with because they want to work and they want to build and they're willing to do the action. So we're willing to support and mentor, whatever. It doesn't matter that they're 9 levels down. Your job is it was perfectly said, your job is to get to the people under you and get the relationship with them before the other person disappears.
Yeah, she bought a premium kit too, and has
Yeah,
never.
that's okay. She's got
she's never sold anything, and so I was like, Mary, let's after your
maybe
knee
she
surgery,
doesn't. Maybe she
let's
doesn't
work on
want
it.
to. Yeah,
Yeah, she does want to. Mary wants to do it.
Oh, Mary's the one that's on level
Mary's the
2.
one down.
Yeah,
She's the one I don't want to lose because
you
she
go
wants to
help
do
her.
it. She's just not sure how to start. So
So
I
where
told
do
her
you,
after her
Kathy?
knee surgery, we'll work more on helping her figure out how to get it going and
So
what she
Kathy,
can do.
where's the number 1 place you take them when they start?
What do you mean?
What if I came in and I said, Kathy, I want to build a business. Tell me what I need to do first. I'm not meaning to put you on the spot because
I guess you take him to Health as Wealth and teach him
and you tell them
3 steps.
Watch that first video that's 5
right.
minutes and 55 seconds.
Right.
When can you do that? She says, I can do that Friday. You go, great. Let's make a time to get together on Friday and let's go over it. Watch that video, do those steps that we talked about. Now you come back to her and you say, did you watch that video? Yeah, I watched it. Did you do the steps? Well, I did a couple of them. Great. Let's go back, watch that again, finish up your steps. Okay, you are just the coach, walking them down that field of where to get the information. Because what's going to happen is, let's say she gets through it and she starts making a list and she talks to people. She actually does some of the business. Now, what is she going to do when somebody comes in? Go to
Same
help
thing I
us.
taught her to do.
That's right. That's
I'm
right.
a big
So-
teach him to fish person, so I'm all about that.
Yes,
Yeah.
good. So I'm saying it not to just say it to you. I'm saying it
No, I
so
know.
that all of you hear that. This is a business of duplication. What you do, they will do. So if you want to duplicate and you want to have, freedom, time freedom, it can't all be relying on you. You have to use those tools and systems and point them to them, have them give them homework, see how much they're in, and it's not your job to convince them to do it.
No.
It's their business, do it or don't. But then you're on looking for the other people who really do want it and will do it.
We were laughing yesterday because she had her knee surgery today, and I said, captive audience. Now I got you for 4 weeks.
Nice.
And she said, okay. So we'll work on it. One more question. On the 110 points, like I know we have to have 110 points every 31 days, but anything over that, will that still
so
move
in
and accumulate like
it will. So anything
did?
over that will go into your into your pay leg or smaller binary side to get paid on.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Very good. So yeah, if you have a lot of customers, you'll have lots of volume there, so you won't have to worry about it. So that's one of the good things about this new compensation plan. So it's going to reward you in 9 different ways, and it's just stunning how many different ways you can make money. Frederick, I know you had your hand up. You want to? Did you have a question?
Yeah, Barry, earlier you said that if I was to become a 3-star manager and make a 3-star manager, that would make me a director. Is that correct?
Yeah, so you're just duplicating what you've got. And if you look at the numbers, that's 2,500. And if you make a 3-star manager, that's another 2,500 in your qualifying volume. That equals the 5,000. You have a leg personally at 1,000. And that person that you created as a 3-star manager, they would have a leg at 1,000. That's your 2,000. So they all equal out. And what I didn't mention, when you become a director, that's a $500 bonus.
Oh.
Ta-da.
Yeah. So you can look at that, Fred, on 9 ways to earn. Just take 3-star manager and double the numbers, and you'll see that becomes the 1-star director.
So bonuses everywhere. I love it. Okay, guys. Thanks a lot for joining us. Connie, Barry, thanks so much for your deeper insights always. And lots of love to you guys. And we'll see you guys next time.
All right.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you.
Much love.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Barry and Connie.